Broadcasting live on the UnitedWest.org AM radio network, simulcasting on DirecTV, iHeartRadio, Roku, and the World Wide Web. This is Enemies of the State with Tom Trento.
My Sharia. My Sharia. Never gonna stop or give it up. Killing infidels, always got it planned. Underhand, give Allah a yell. My, whoa! My Sharia. My Sharia. My Sharia.
All right, it's got to be Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday. I kill you. Hey, Friday, June 19th, 2015, 6 minutes after 4 o'clock. Hi, Tom Trento, your host, Enemies of the State. I don't hear anything in my earpiece, but so what?
So what? Who cares? You don't want to hear yourself or what?
Hello. Here we go. We're rocking and rolling on WSBR Radio. Another beautiful afternoon in sunny South Florida. 7:40 on your dial. The weather outside is hot and sticky because it's June in Florida.
Red State.
What?
Red State.
I'm going to do that. Yeah, Red State Talk Radio. We're on Red State Talk Radio. I need a little more in my ear. Red State Talk Radio every night, midnight, East Coast time, midnight. Other times, if you're somewhere else, good show for you today. It's Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday, where we take an introspective look at the religion of pieces and share some of the maybe more humorous components. For instance, it's Ramadan. Ramadan started just a couple of days ago. We're edutainment. We're going to teach you about Ramadan, and then we're going to tame you a little bit with what we've been doing for years, the Ramadan, Jumpin Camel. Look who just got in.
Yes, very good. Sorry to be late. You know it is Friday, and coming from the Jummah prayers, I typically run behind. But thank you for having me in studio again.
Now, we understand it's Ramadan.
Yes.
For Muslims.
Yes, it is Ramadan for everyone.
Well, I'm a Christian. It's the rules don't apply to me.
Oh, you must, my friend. You must respect Ramadan.
We have a unicorn in our director, and Mark. Yeah. Mark, are you there? Can you?
Yeah, we are. I'm happy that that we're finally taking the lead in the Ramadan.
Well, we're not at that yet, but you're a unicorn. You don't have to follow their rules, right?
No.
So I got lunch for us today, Mark.
Oh, we do.
And I'm wondering if Imam Abdullah would like to share in some lunch with us. We bought you lunch.
I cannot eat during the daylight hours, Tom. You know this.
You cannot eat. Why?
Because we fast during the days.
Oh, that's right. It's a fast time.
Yes.
You have to fast. You're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on our... I picked up a little lunch today at Applebee's. They're featuring this month in Ramadan. I don't know.
It's a good deal.
I guess they don't have any Muslims or Jews on their board of directors.
Oh my God! What, Tom? This is blasphemous. What you get for lunch?
What are you showing here, Tom?
I would bet Applebee's does not have any Jewish people or Muslim people on our board of directors, because as you can see on our screen, or as you can hear on our radio audience, Applebee's is featuring for $11.99 the new Triple Hog Daria.
Oh, this is haram.
Now, Mark, could you describe what the Triple Hog Daria?
Describe the Triple Hog.
You got to put a picture up for our viewing audience who are salivating over this thing.
I'm trying to multitask here with you. Here, hold on a second. There you go.
All right, but don't put me in. I don't want to compete with the ground up pig. Just make the ground up pig. There you go. Tell the folks what they get for $11.99.
Okay, it's pulled pork.
Oh, sandwich. You get pulled pork on the sandwich.
It looks like it's got barbecue on it. I can't really tell that, but that looks pretty. Barbecue could be an added addition.
Okay, what else?
Topped with bacon.
So that's a double so far.
It's a double.
So you got the
top.
bacon part of the pig, which comes out of the bacon
Right.
side.
And ham.
And ham.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
big,
triple.
thick. Yeah.
This is so haram, it is
The
blasphemous.
triple hug. I tell you what, Abdullah, you want to eat that thing as much as I want to eat that thing. Let me tell
Tom,
you.
I would end up burning in the hellfires for eternity if I were to even sniff
I
that
think
thing.
you would. And I'd be doing, 2 hours a day in the gym instead of an hour working that thing off.
Yeah, why don't you just grind up a pig and throw it in a piece of sandwich?
That's what it looks like. Here's a pig, grind it up, sell it to Applebee's. They'll market it as something,
Yeah.
Man. But I got to tell you, Abdullah, in the Christian world, Jesus said, it's the New Testament, the New Covenant. He said that it isn't what goes into your mouth that matters. There's a Bible lesson for today for all you Muslims out there. It isn't what goes into your mouth. It's what comes out of your mouth.
You mean vomit?
It's what comes out of your mouth that matters. That's the important thing. So he then said, all food is halal. All food is halal, not haram.
This is, there is a book after your New Testament, and it is called the Holy Quran, and we do not eat these filthy pigs.
I happen to have the explanation of that book right here, and here's what you have to do. Well, let me tell the folks a little bit about Ramadan as we get going 12 minutes after the hour. 12 minutes after 4 o'clock in sunny South Florida, WSBR Radio, theunitedwest.org to watch it. iHeartRadio, listen there, and of course, RedStateTalkRadio.com.
Don't forget Tea Party Community.
TeaPartyCommunity.com. Keep your cards and letters coming and put checks in those cards and letters. We need it desperately. You may think we're wealthy. You may think we have all this stuff. We don't. We're broke. We need your help. Please, monthly donations are very, very
In
important.
fact, the three of us are splitting that one sandwich.
Yeah. Do you see it in the studio? It's $11.99. Our splurge is taco smell.
That's
for,
$4 each, man.
Yeah. I'll take the first bites, then Mark, and then you, okay? Damon?
No, can we just cut it into thirds? Because I don't like everyone touching my food.
Yeah, I know, I
Even
know.
though I've made that perfectly clear for 2.5 years, it still happens a few times a week.
Let Abdullah in. You keep pushing him off the
keep
chair.
pushing. Yeah.
Ramadan for our viewing and listening audience, for the Muslim world, 1.2 billion out there, not 1.7, not
1.5 billion.
Yeah, right. Okay, 300 million overnight grew. The 9th lunar month of the year, so it's the 9th, so it switches, moves around 30 days.
That's because it's a moon
Every day
god
during
thing.
this month, Muslims around the world spend the daylight hours in complete triple dare Hagya fast.
Yep.
So you can't eat. During the blessed month of Ramadan, I'm reading this from an Islamic site, Muslims all over the world abstain from food, drink, and other physical needs, like what?
We do not have the sex during the daylight hours.
But after daylight, right?
Oh,
Party
man.
time, baby.
As a time to purify the soul. Only in the daytime you purify your souls.
Yes, we party like animals at night.
Okay.
Minus the booze.
You refocus attention on God and practice
publicly.
self-sacrifice. Ramadan is much more than just not eating and drinking. Again, reading from an Islamic site. Muslims are called upon to use this month to reevaluate their lives. Here's what I don't understand, Abdullah.
Please
Because
ask Tom.
We also have behind me on the screen, we have Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon, which we follow every year. There are organizations out there that track the number of people blown up by Ramadan bombs.
There's a 214 scorecard.
Yeah, and as 2014. And there seems to be an inconsistency in what this site is saying Muslims are supposed to do, and then what actually occurs. So we're going to kind of work through that today. Muslims are called upon this month to reevaluate their lives in light of the Islamic guidance. We are to make peace with those who have wronged us. How about the Jews?
We are to submit those who have wronged us.
Oh, okay. We are to make peace with those who have wronged us, strengthen ties with family and friends,
Yes.
do away with bad habits, essentially clean up our lives
Yes.
and thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
The word som literally means to refrain, and it means not only refraining from food and drink, but from evil actions, from evil thoughts and evil words.
Yes.
What is
During Ramadan, Every part of the body must be restrained. The tongue must be restrained from backbiting and gossip. The eyes must restrain themselves from looking at unlawful things. Triple dare you, hog ground up pig sandwich. The hands must not touch or take anything that does not belong to it. The ears must refrain from listening to idle talk or obscene words. The feet must refrain from going to sinful places. In such a way, every part of the body observes the fast. Pretty cool.
Yes, very good.
Therefore, fasting is not only physical, but a total commitment of the person's body and soul to the spirit of the fast. Ramadan's a time to practice self-restraint, cleanse the body and soul from impurities, and focus on oneself in the worship of God. Pretty good. Can't argue with that. That's pretty good. Then you get to the reliance. Things change a little bit because it lays out the particulars about fasting, what every Muslim has to do, and how you have to fast. Otherwise, you are screwed, blued, and tattooed if you don't follow the rules here.
Yes, you will burn in the hellfires for eternity.
Now, I'm just going to go over one section, and then we'll take a look at the Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon scorecard right now.
There is no scorecard out yet for this year. It just begun.
Yeah, but I think, Abdullah,
we're in the lead, though.
you know all things Islamic. That's why we have you here on
Only
the show.
Allah knows all things Islamic.
Yeah, but you probably got some figures that have been sent to you by the MSA, the Muslim Secrecy Association. You probably got something like that.
I thought you were talking of the Muslim Student Association, the original Muslim Brotherhood beachfront in America.
Do you know, Abdullah, what happens if you miss a fast day on Ramadan?
You are in big trouble with Allah.
It is not permissible for a person with some unperformed fast days of Ramadan to delay making them up till the next Ramadan. So you're rocking and rolling, day 4. You go, I got to eat the triple dare hog ground up pig sandwich.
Never happened, Tom.
And you go eat that sandwich, then
would
you've got to
burst into
make up.
flames.
You've got to make up. I'm reading out of your rule book. You got to make up the Ramadan. You can't wait until the next Ramadan. There's no excuse for delaying. If one delays the next day to the next Ramadan, you must pay 0.51 liters of food to the poor for each fast day missed, in addition to making it up.
Yes.
So how do you make up a day if there's only 30 days in the month?
You do it at the end.
Okay, so day 31, 32.
Yes.
So you got to make
But
it up
I
right
have never
afterwards.
missed a day, Tom. I am in my 50s and have never once missed a day of fasting for the Ramadan in my entire adult life.
If you do miss that day, and you got to make it up on the second Ramadan, then you must pay double for this amount. So for every year that passes upon an unfulfilled fast day, 0.151 liters have to be paid for that day. But if one's excuse for not performing them persists, such as travel or illness, then it's permissible for one to delay making them up as long as the excuse is present, even if it lasts for years. So if you're sick or traveling for years, you're not obliged to pay it. But if you're fine, it has to be paid. Now, if you die, guess what happens?
Hellfire, Tom.
If you die, Imam Abdullah, according to the reliance of the traveler, which is the rule book for the Holy Quran, the Noble Quran, if someone dies with an unperformed fast days, which he could have fasted but he did not, then each fast day is paid for by a responsible family member. They got to go fast. They got to fast and they got to pay 0.51 liters of food.
Per year.
Per day.
Per day. As someone who dies after 2 Ramadans, if 2 Ramadans elapsed and you missed one day 3 years ago, then each fast is paid 1.02 liters of food, or the family member can pay both fast a day and pay I'm reading this out of the book. Follow along. Your eternal destiny depends on this. 0.51 liters for each day. I.e., the family member may fast in the deceased's stead for the initial non-performance of the fast day, though he cannot fast in place of paying the 0.51 liters of food for each year that making up the fast day was delayed before the deceased's death, because this is the legal expiation for the delay. As for someone who died before his excuse, i.e. not fasting, ceased to exist, nothing at all is obligatory for him. You got that?
I got that.
Tom, this is one of the few times I would like to have a Jewish lawyer. Just
You
to
will need
understand
one.
what you just said.
Now, the point, ladies and gentlemen, today on our show, Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday, 20 minutes after 4 o'clock, is that if you want it, I'm speaking to our dear brothers and sisters, our Muslim brothers and sisters who watch the show every Friday, maybe because you don't love us as most of the world does, wink, wink, but you want to know what we're so bad and why we hate Muslims and all of that.
Tom, I thought you do not hate Muslims.
We don't hate Muslims. But what we're saying is if your eternal destiny is based upon this sort of legalistic system for minutia, how the heck are you ever going to make it to paradise other than Bomb-A-Thon, Ramadan, right? Which is why, and here's what we don't understand, but we do, during Ramadan, which the doctrine calls for peace and love and gentleness, there's a dramatic increase by many Muslim groups around the world, and they get more kinetic, more physical, more destructive, killing more and more and more during that 30-day period. The analytical studies have shown an increase in Islamic warfare during Ramadan when the scriptures call for just the opposite. Somebody explain that.
Yes, very simple. Purification.
So you purify yourself through war.
No, we are purifying the earth of the scum and the heretics.
Oh, the
So,
Shia
for instance,
and
my
the
people
Jew
killed
and the
Shia.
Christian.
This is a means to purify the religion.
Another takeaway for today, this Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday, the everything that I read about the wonder and beauty and love and all of that of Islam is mitigated or abrogated by the fact that if there is a legitimate war going on, and any Islamic war is legitimate from Islamic doctrine if it's advancing Islam, whether it's offensive or defensive, then the nice elements of Islam can be superseded or abrogated or enhanced or reinterpreted by killing evil people and taking land to extend Islam.
And everything is forgiven.
Pretty simple. So it all fits
Forgiven,
in.
it is rewarded.
It's rewarded. It all fits in. Thus the clash of civilizations that we talk to, thus that little tiny country in the middle of Islamic paradise, a little country of Israel. We're going to go there now and meet a very brave lady, our dear friend, who has left her homeland.
Not yet.
And she has left her homeland, and
She's left
she's
her-
left our Skype machine.
Yeah.
She probably had to go fast for a while,
no,
but
no.
she's back.
But she's back.
She is back. It's amazing how things work around here.
How things work around.
We're going to go to the little land of Israel, and the little lady of Jane, who left her little country of Denmark to go pray and spend time with the people of Israel and to fight in her way against Islamic jihad. Hello, Jerusalem, Jane. How are you today, dear?
I'm good.
Good,
I'm
good.
I missed you guys.
Well, I know you haven't been around. Well, we've had different schedules for the past couple of weeks, but a lot of stuff going on in your life. We're following you each and every day. We wanted to bring you on today to get an update on what's going on with you, Israel, and to solve a gigantic debate we have going on in our studio.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
About what?
The debate. I'm gonna say it as as objectively as possible. You have a wonderful name, Jerusalem Jane,
Yes.
and we want to know where you got that name from.
I think it was my sister in Denmark who gave me that name.
Oh.
Sister in Denmark. Did she?
No, silly, I'm joking.
Oh.
You guys made.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but who
There's-
specifically? Who
There
specifically?
was a bunch of us came on the trip, and I think you had the name before that. Which
Yeah.
person gave you that name?
I think it was my buddy Damon.
You dope.
Or am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right.
No, you're wrong.
Not only do I not get paid, but I get my ideas
You're
stolen
no,
here.
You're so
You
wrong.
may be wrong, but the bet was what you would say.
I'll find it in
So-
the old shows.
The bet was what you would say, and
I was told it was Damon. So.
Oh, yeah. See? Yeah, she's qualifying it now. That's right.
well, we felt sorry for him
Well,
that
what
day.
did you,
I
like,
think that's
text
it.
her before the show
No,
came
he
on?
wins.
I don't have international phone or texting, so no.
He won $5 from us. So
And
he
neither
wins-
one of you have $5,
He wins the
unfortunately.
Okay. But
I
tell
owe
me,
you
who
a
gave me the
$5.
name? So was it him or what?
Yes, it was me.
You were the determining
Determining
factor.
judge.
So,
You were the determining judge. So
He said it was you. He said it was him. I said it wasn't. I said it was me. Mark said it was him. So we were going to let you decide.
I just remember coming on the show and all of a sudden you're calling me Jerusalem Jane and
Yes.
you're saying we decided to name you that. And Damon said he brought it up, so I trust him. He doesn't
he
lie,
does
does
that.
he?
yeah, because I put the lower
I'll
third.
find it on the old shows. If you want to
Hey,
double the bet or
I'm the-
tenfold the
I'm
bet,
the
I'll
first-
find it on the show.
My graphic was up before you said anything, so the
Abdullah,
graphic-
can you-
Lies, lies,
the graphic
lies.
was-
Abdullah, can you calm Damon down? And Abdullah, it's very disrespectful not to say hello to the lady. Can you say hello to a lady on Ramadan?
Yes, Asamach Aleichem, Jerusalem, Jane, you kufar.
Hello.
He may be a little testy. He's fasting right now.
Yeah.
I
But,
know.
yeah.
It is very difficult. Very difficult. In fact, I should not
I mean-
even be looking at your uncovered head right now, but I am. Because
You know
it is
what?
unpure.
Tomorrow, Jerusalem is going to be swamped with Muslims. They are coming thousands and
You mean
thousands of Muslims.
today? You mean
Takbir, takbir.
today is Friday,
they're going
June
to the
19th
Temple
in
Mount.
Florida. Yes, Jerusalem Jane, we may have to have you cover your whole head and face for
That's right.
Abdullah to watch the
Yeah,
Skype.
they're going to be all on the Temple Mount. They're going to be all fired up.
What
aren't
is
they?
the deal? Is the government of Israel letting jihadis from the West Bank and from Gaza go to the Temple Mount? Is that what's happening?
They are allowing thousands and thousands of Muslims from all over Israel to come to Jerusalem for the Temple Mount tomorrow. How well they check them, I don't hope that's going to be Islamist or terrorist or stuff, but who knows?
Well, we're
But they're
celebrating.
coming tomorrow. Yeah, they're coming tomorrow. The whole city is going to be blocked off. Roads are going to be blocked off. So I think I'm going to go and see if I can make some trouble.
Yeah. So.
Whoa, man.
So yeah, we do have something going on here. I don't know if you're tracking it though, Jane. Is that we're talking about the Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon? Okay, that's happening. So you might be firsthand, seeing that up there, in Jerusalem. And so because last year the scorecard was quite significant, and I'll let you look at it.
I don't think Jane knows about the Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon.
No, I was, fill me in.
Well, there's some websites that actually keep track. I don't know if you were...
The religion of peace is the originator, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if you were with us the first part of the show, but we laid out this hypocritical component of Islam, where Ramadan calls for peace and love, but in fact, the facts on the ground illustrate very graphically an increase in warfare and killing. And some websites through the years have tracked the increase in terror attacks, suicide bombing, dead bodies, wounded, in the name of Islam versus other religions, comparing them.
And we crush all other religions. We can defeat, we have more violence in our month than all other world religions in total combined.
So
we
for-
are the best.
For all
very
the
proud
years
of
we've
it.
been on the air, we track the Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon, and we look at the
Okay.
terrorist attacks. And as of right now, the figures aren't out yet because it's only a couple of days, but Imam Abdullah has some numbers.
Look what we do. Just the other day, Ramadan begins in Yemen. Islamic State murders 31 with bombs at Shiite mosques.
Yeah.
There you go. You have
The
your...
fact is that 31 people have been killed in Yemen, and this is the start of the Bomb-A-Thon. But, I mean, who came up with the idea of letting people from the violent areas in the West Bank, different places, the Jew hatred areas, and are they even opening up Gaza? Is Gaza going to be opened up? What is?
So as far as I know, yes, they are letting people in too. Yeah. But you see, that's the thing about Israel. That's the thing. This is a democracy. They are nice. They are polite to their Arab neighbors, so they are letting them in. Of course, the IDF is going to be on alert, and Jerusalem is not on lockdown, but there's a lot more police and IDF in the streets during this time. So I'm going to go tomorrow. You know, I can't go to the Temple Mount. It's only for Muslims on Friday. But the old city is going to be locked down for police, so I'm going to go and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely have to shoot some video. And there's a time difference between our show and Friday. Pretty big time difference right now. That's why Jane is saying she's going to go tomorrow, and it's Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday today in America. But actually, and be real careful, because just geographically, if you can stick a map up, gentlemen, of Jerusalem compared to Gaza, there's land that has to be traveled. I mean, how do you take a group of people from Gaza and get them into Jerusalem and get them back without them going, okay, we're going elsewhere today? How does that happen?
They are coming in buses. They bring them in buses. They take them out. They lock them out. They go to the Temple Mount and they pray. And I don't know if they bring them right back.
Yeah, but okay. I gotta go wee. Pull over. We gotta go wee. Everybody's gotta go wee. You know.
Yeah, the funny thing is there were some of the Palestinian leaders out today saying they actually boycott that they are going, because when they go, the Muslims go shopping in the Jewish area. They go to Mamilla. So they were like, we boycott that they are going because it's going to be good for the Israeli economy, because they're going to buy stuff here that they won't buy when they go back to Gaza.
Oh,
so
that's
pathetic.
interesting. Well, have you been in Jerusalem, what, 3 or 4 years now?
Yeah, about 3 years.
Has this ever happened since you've been there?
This is Ramadan, so I can't say I've exactly been on that special day that tomorrow is, but I think it happens every year. Yeah. Last year they didn't let as many in as they're doing this year. So.
Yeah, this is, in our opinion, is a very, very bad idea. You know, it's political correctness gone amok. But we'll see what happens. You know, I wonder if, are they going to let regular yeah, there's the Gaza Strip way down on the left-hand corner, the southwest corner, where the northeast corner of Egypt is. And you got to get over to Jerusalem. You can see, you got to traverse a couple of highways to get there. And unless the IDF is going to follow every vehicle and make sure every little wee stop, everybody gets on the bus, a couple of these guys could say, see you later. We're going to go do some. I know. Yeah, this is serious.
Yeah, they're definitely going to take advantage of this, and it's, you know.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong on Ramadan when everybody's starving to live on a mountain that's run by the IDF and Jewish police up there? Oh man, whose idea is this?
I don't know.
In any event,
it's going to be crazy in the old city. It is going to be thousands and thousands of people. They're going to block off some of the roads. So I'm going to try and get there in the morning. So.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you know if stones will be furnished for the throwing, or if they are supposed to bring their own?
I don't know.
Well, here's what we want you to do, Jane.
Maybe I should wear a burqa and see if I can go disguised as a Muslim woman tomorrow.
That's right. Fund yourself. Grab a bag of stones. Go out there to the Jerusalem, to the wall, and sell 7 stones for the Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon.
Yes, you could sell them to the people as they get off buses. As they get off buses, you sell them stones.
I'm supposed to be in Mecca. I made a wrong turn.
Ramadan Bomb-A-Thon stones.
Or you rode
they are going to keep a close eye on Gilad Erdan, who just became the new. He's in charge of the police and everything regarding the Temple Mount and everything. He's going to be close to the hotel tomorrow because they know this could turn into completely mayhem. So the key important people are going to be close by in the old city tomorrow. So
I'm sure Mickey Rosenfeld is really going to get some good sleep the next few days.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Look at this beautiful picture.
Yes, it is. Look at that. That's you.
That's you. Yeah.
That's Jerusalem.
I must turn my head. I cannot look.
That's your new website. What's your new website, Jane?
I'm so happy. Oh my God, it has taken so long. It takes months to build this webpage.
Years.
www.jerusalemjane.com. It went online today. I'm so happy.
Tell us about it. We look at 35 minutes after. Tom Trento here, your host, Enemies of the State. Jane is not an enemy. She's a friend. She's a dear, dear friend.
Speak for yourself.
And okay. And on this Friday, the 19th, Jumpin Jumm'ah, we have her. We want to feature her new website and her work. we get all over the world. We travel a lot. We go back and forth to Israel, and we get all over the world further than we travel through our show, through our sources. And you can count in one hand the number of people that are doing this significant work that Jane is doing. Not as an NGO. She's not some sort of non-governmental organization. She's not a independent nonprofit. She's not a representative of anything. She's a Christian who felt a calling by God to go to Israel, stand with Jewish people, stand with the state of Israel for its own defense and development, and lives on donations that come in. We're trying to help her out. We've set up a donation page. You need money.
Hold on.
You need to move to go to another place. We understand that. Tell us about your financial needs, because some folks are going to be leaving the show right now because they're only allowed to stay for half of it and they got to go back to work. Tell us how somebody can donate to you and what your needs are.
First of all, I want to say thank you guys for allowing me to be on your show, be part of your team. I love you. It's an honor to be broadcasting for the United West. You guys are doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. And thank you for making a donate page for me. www.jerusalemjane.com was made because people are saying, when you need something outside of Facebook. So I made this page where I brought together all my interviews, all the blogs that I've written, and, about who I am, what am I doing here, and if people want to donate. And I want to say living in Israel is extremely, extremely expensive. When I just go shopping for food in the supermarket, I nearly pay 3 times as much as I pay when I live back in Denmark. So just normally basic things to buy is very, very expensive. The place that I have been staying now, I have been paying $1,000 a month in rent.
What?
$1,000 a month.
4,000 shekels a month?
Yes.
Boy, careful.
It's very, very expensive. So it's not a lie when I say that pretty much all the donations that I have gotten has gone to rent and stuff. So I'm just at a point right now where I'm actually really, really low. So if people want to help me to pay my rent and to eat and to go and bless Jewish people and just to continue to be here, because I can see how just the fact that I'm here and that I speak to the Jewish people and I share with them, that's a blessing to them. But I need finances. And I also want to say that I've been staying with this beautiful lady for actually 7 months, and it has been very good, but my job is kind of picking up. So I'm in a position where I really feel that I need my own place. So if anybody out there knows about some free apartments, contact me. And if anybody in their heart feels like they want to be able to help me to stay here, I really need you to go on JerusalemJane.com and use the donate button. It's a PayPal. I'm very happy. People have been saying, Jane, you need to get a PayPal. And now you guys made me a PayPal.
We have PayPal now, yes. We actually had a problem with our original donation service, and it was down for a couple of weeks, which hurt us, hurt you. And then our webmaster shifted us to PayPal. That's working very smoothly right now. And we'll even clean that up a bit more. But we see the people that donate to you. We know who they are. 100% goes to Jane. And let me tell you this. Because there's no overhead with Jane, there's no administrative overhead, no office space, none of this stuff. She uses the money very effectively, and she is a minister of goodwill in Israel and reporting back for us. She's doing tremendous work. If we were in a position to pay her, we would pay her something. But the rules in Israel, because people say, why don't you get a job? She's on visas that allow her to stay, but she can't work the way normal people would work at that, in a regular job.
She works like a Democrat does here.
So there's restrictions to what she can do for work. She's working on trying to get beyond that, but with the Israel government, which is like the Soviet bureaucrat, way it used to be, the Politburo. It's a slow-moving mechanism, but she now is making her way through the Knesset, and we're going to hear about that. But for you rich people out there, and there are many of them that have second and third apartments in Jerusalem. They live in Florida, they live somewhere, and they go for a week or two or a month or two to Jerusalem, and 8 months out of the year, the apartment is empty. Nobody's in it.
Oh, I could take very good care of that apartment.
You'd be the housekeeper that they don't have to pay You're an extremely honest person. We know you well, all of that. You would get vetted out. So for a person who has an apartment in Israel, if I had an apartment that was empty, I'd say, Jane, stay there, take care of the place, watch over it.
How about me?
We got to get Damon there too, because he's trying to make
I can't
Aliyah.
wait for you to come, Damon.
I can't wait to get there. We're short shekels at the moment.
Yeah, our shekels are sheh. They're shet. They're not shekels. But at 41 minutes after, Jane, tell us about some of the experiences you had in the Knesset lately.
Oh, I go meet my friend Naftali Bennett, and then I go meet my friend Naftali Bennett, and then I say hello to Bibi. I wish. No, I have friends with Likud, and I've been invited to go there, and I just happened to bump into Naftali Bennett, and that was really exciting. I've been wanting to meet him. He is the guy who says we do not want a two-state solution, which of course is what I say. So Alexander and I was actually in Knesset when we met Naftali Bennett.
I saw the pictures. That was great, and he's a great leader in Israel now. He fights with Netanyahu every once in a while, but that's the Jewish thing.
That's how we are. We might love each other, but we have to have our arguments.
But he's going to be a very dynamic and continue to be dynamic leader. So it's good to get to know him.
But you know what? From me to be in Denmark, loving Israel, praying for Israel, and praying for the politicians, to move to Jerusalem, and then be here, and then started going to Knesset just to see them work, and all of a pass where you actually move in the minister's corridor. You walk around them. Kachlon, Stepney Levy, the Minister of Defense I've seen many times. Now all of a sudden I'm walking amongst all of these people. Can you imagine how I feel inside? It's really like God is opening doors that I could never imagine. And last time I was sitting there, all of a sudden, and the bodyguards knows me now. I've been there several times, so they're starting saying, "Hey, oh, you're back, hi." So last time when Bibi was coming, all these bodyguards were there, and it's just exciting. And they don't really like to have their pictures taken. I remember what happened when I tried to make a video of the bodyguards, and it's a different. I'm not a tourist running around anymore. I can't just snap a photo every time I meet Naftali or all of these people. So I can write on Facebook, I was there, but I cannot just take pictures all the time. I have to respect that.
Well, at 44 minutes after the hour on this Friday, I don't know what she's doing, gentlemen, but she has one of the best Skypes all the time. Her Skype is great. Her picture's great. She knows how to look right into the camera. That's her performance.
She's a natural.
She's a natural. But we did a show yesterday with Billy and Don in the U.S., and their setup wasn't even as clean and clear as Jane's is. Jane, did you get a microphone? Ellen donated money for you to get a microphone. Did you get it yet?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to plug a mic into your phone and do stories? Yay!
It's going to be a lot better, yeah.
It's going to be great. All that wind noise and all that, because you're out in the middle of nowhere. Well, here's what we want to do right now. On today's show, we use to challenge Muslims to rethink their religion, and we illustrate the violent component of Islam because it has a violent component, obviously. I mean, we were part of that under attack in Garland, and just a day or two ago, a third shooter was identified. We're going to be doing more of that next week. We're laying out a whole story on the third shooter, and we got the police report, all that. But worldwide, there's a global jihad movement taking place. But Israel, for some reason, there's the third shooter arrested in Garland just a couple of days ago, arrested in the Garland attack. This guy supplied the guns to the two shooters, Elton Simpson and Adur Sofi, and helped train them.
Didn't do a very good job, did he?
Not too good of a job. But somehow this global jihad movement is impacting everybody worldwide. Israel gets the blame for causing this or being the root cause of it. Islam was violent from day one before Israel was even reconstituted. So it's an absurd argument. But what we'd like to do right now, and we're going to have you comment on it, we found a little video that shows some of the technical advancements of these 7 million people in this tiny little country who have the focus of production, not destruction. It shows you the difference in mindset. Find beautiful antiquity in the Middle East, and let's destroy it and knock it down with sledgehammers.
Yes, because let me tell you, it is much easier to knock something down than to build it.
There it is.
Exactly.
Islam wants to knock things down. Israel wants to build things up. Take a look at this video to look at some of the absolutely unbelievable inventions that have been designed by Israelis and now for the benefit of all mankind. Jews, Christians, Muslims, whomever can use these items. Take a look.
Okay.
What is it? What is it, sir?
I would like to get out of bed, please. Wow! With one press of a button, I'm finally out of bed!
We are the inventors and the producers of the Vital Go Total Lift Bed, which is the most innovative bed in the world in today's market, with the ability to bring the patient from a lying position to a fully standing position and ability to step out of the bed. It's good for burn units, for ICUs, CCUs, and it has two main advantages. One is a movable footboard, which allows the movement of the patient from a lying position to standing and the ability to step out of the bed. And the other innovation is a special footboard with a scale integrated inside, which is giving you a weight-bearing controllability which no other device in the world has.
I'll disconnect the scale.
Take one hand in each hand and push them in this direction. Okay, this is good enough. You can see that this hand is pinkish and this one is white.
Wow.
And that is because you remove essentially all the blood out. The purpose of the device is to take the blood out of the limbs so surgery can be done without any bleeding. It's better for the surgeon so he can see what he's doing, and it's better for the patient because there's
really
no
good
blood.
compression side.
So this is an Israeli high-fate invention. It was developed, patented, and perfected, and it's actually being manufactured in Haifa in Israel.
These systems can measure the blood flow velocity in the main arteries of the brain.
Oh, wow.
Non-invasively. And in this way we can detect any diameter reduction.
We prefer
or
to
occlusion
remove the head.
in the main arteries of the brain. These products are used by leading doctors in various hospitals in the world, mainly in stroke units. You apply the probe here, you see the signal, a Doppler signal here. These systems can detect emboli, which are flowing to the brain, may cause stroke.
This one is the bone injection gun. In terms of severe shock, when it's extremely hard to find IV access, it is possible to access the vascular system through the bone. It's extremely easy to use, disposable, very light. We inject the needle into the patient's bone in less than 1 second. The Israeli bandage has this pressure bar that basically can, if needed, press on the wound and stop the hemorrhage. It's actually being called the Israeli bandage throughout the world.
It's a big compression bandage. Wow, that's pretty cool.
And Neuronix has developed a novel medical device technology for treatment of Alzheimer's disease. It works by combining uniquely transcranial magnetic stimulation to brain regions affected by the disease, concurrently with cognitive training, which was developed to fit those specific brain regions. And the idea, the novelty of the idea, was that doing this simultaneously, stimulating the brain, both on the physical, biological level by the magnetic pulses, together with the stimulation on the cognitive level by the cognitive training, creates a longer lasting change in the brain activity.
But you prefer just chopping off the head, right?
Of course.
We have pioneered the MR-guided focused ultrasound technology, which represents the operating room of the future. We combine focused ultrasound, which non-invasively destroys tissue, combined with MRI, which provides precise visualization of the anatomy and the tumor, and provides us with thermal temperature feedback in order to make sure that we reach the temperature that we need to in order to destroy the tissue. This represents the operating room of the future, non-invasive, no ionizing radiation, no hospitalization, reduced risk of
all of this requires electricity. Most of us do not even have.
And the ability to return home and to normal life immediately.
And the ability to read, that's the problem too.
Well, hey, I got a question, Imam Abdullah.
Yes.
How many of these medical science, technology, and investments happen in the Middle East, with their doctors? I mean, they're of course, during Ramadan, they
invented the letter zero, the number zero.
No, they didn't even do that. They didn't even do that. Oh. They actually stole that.
Okay.
And then they claimed it because they conquered a land which actually produced the number zero. But we'll give them the number zero just because.
Give them zero, okay.
Just for whatever, okay? But
what was your question? You rumble. I do not even know your question.
Your question. My question was, how many technological advances do you have actually created in the last, 100 years?
All of them, because you are all Muslim.
Okay.
I miss you guys. I love you guys. You're so funny.
Jane, when you see that, now all that was a little promotional video from a convention, a conference of Israeli inventions and medical and life science devices. Tiny, tiny little thing. It wasn't national security. It wasn't Aria Gozzi's area of all the aeronautical stuff. Just little life science deals. When you see that and you've committed your life to standing with Jews with Israel, what do you think?
You know what? Not only am I living among the strongest people in the world, I am definitely also living amongst the smartest people in the world. And I tell them when I meet someone, I said, you know what? You're actually the smartest people in the world. Look what you are inventing. Look at the Nobel Peace Prize winners. I mean, they are all Jewish. I honestly believe God has given the Jewish people a gene that the rest of us don't have. They are smart. Look what they are inventing. And all the BDS crap and all the boycotters out there, shame on them, really shame on them, because they're going to be needing all of this. They are using all of this.
And it hurts the Israeli Arabs more than it hurts anyone else, because they're trying to take the jobs away from the factories in Judea and Samaria.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
we
whole
saw
BDS.
That when we were up there.
Boycott, divestment, and what's the S part?
Sanction. BDS is BS.
The whole BDS thing, to me, we've never really gotten deeply involved in that because it just seems so, on its face, so stupid. I mean, you look at stuff like this, you look at the impact worldwide, and you go, we need to boycott Israeli goods. Well, if you want to really be serious about this, and most of these are left-wing nitwit kids trying to get laid and have fun and join some sort of group with no meaning, so it's hard to give them any credence. Though the academy sometimes gets involved.
It's still working. The BDS is so massive that it's still working. It's still kind of like a war that Israel is in every day, that the Jewish people are being beaten on, and then they are hitting the Israeli economy in this way.
Yeah, well, when you want to have your brain worked on, and you want to be consistent, we know they're not, don't use one of the Jewish machines. That's all. Just that's been invented by Jews. Just go use something else.
Jewish doctor.
Or a Jewish doctor or lawyer.
Yeah.
And here's something, too. For all you leftists out there, all you leftist socialists, everything, is who is the leader in medical marijuana in the world? Israel. Israel is on the cutting edge. All political parties support the medical marijuana stuff over there.
Yeah, that's Cheech and Chongstein.
Yeah. But it's such a... They're actually looking at it to actually cure pain and the medical substances for it. Not this airy-fairy, just make it medical marijuana so you can buy pot. They're actually doing it for the intent of actually relieving pain. Israel is. So all you BDS movement, you're boycotting your own ideology.
Your own fix, man.
It's simply Jew hatred.
I was interviewed on Arosheva today, the radio station, and we were talking about all these BDS crap. Sorry, my friends. And you know what? it doesn't matter what package it's in because the content is still the same. It's nothing but anti-Semitic. It's nothing but pure hate towards Israel. It's not political correct to say that you're an anti-Semite, but you can say I'm anti-Israel. You tell me what's the difference.
Yeah, no, there's no difference. It's Jew hatred is what it
Exactly.
is. It's
Yes, but it is designed to avoid the anti-Semitism. Of course, as a Muslim, we know it is meant to be anti-Semitic.
The point I want to bring out with that little showing of that the conference is the productivity of this small, tiny little nation versus 1.2, 1.3 billion Muslims worldwide.
1.5.
And when you point, I mean, let's search. Let's search around for conferences where the Arab world is inventing devices for life sciences that are contributing to the enhancement of the quality of life and the continuation of longevity to the world in general. Where is it?
Tom,
you can't point to Abu Dhabi and say, look, we built the tallest building in the world. Yeah, British engineers, Western engineers, and Muslim slave labor basically is what's building those things, not Arab ingenuity by any means.
Except for the 1,001 Muslim inventions that we went to.
Don't even mention that. But
the truth is, they do not build; they destroy. Look what that happened when they took over Gaza. All that was planted. There was a lot of good things in Gaza. They destroyed the whole thing.
Good point.
They don't build, they destroy. Remember when you're in Israel, you never question, am I in a Jewish town or am I in an Arab town? Because it's dirty and it's filthy and it's trash, and that's just the way it is.
There have been 11 Muslim Nobel laureates in history. 11! That 11? Is not small potato.
You have 11 Muslim Nobel laureates?
Yes!
Wow. Out of... So 1.3 billion people over 100 years or however long they've been giving the award out. You got 11. That's pretty good. Not bad. What's Israel? Well, we wouldn't even ask that question. But
the Jewish people are smart. There's no way around it. It's just the way it is.
Going on. And again, on Jumpin Jumm'ah Freaky Friday, we like to challenge our Muslim brothers and sisters to reevaluate the religion that they've invested in. But in 2004 and following, the United Nations has put out documents talking about the destructive illiteracy rate in the Islamic world, and the fact that the hard sciences and humanities and these sort of issues to make you a well-rounded person aren't even being addressed in the majority of the Islamic world of 56 nations, because literacy is secondary to memorizing the Quran. Memorizing the Quran, memorizing the Quran. And education is haram, Boko Haram. Education is illegal. And this is a systemic problem in Islam. It's not a systemic problem in the West, not in Christianity, not in Judaism. Thus the flourishing of this little isle of paradise in the middle of a sea of very serious enemies.
To prove my mathematic ineptitude, I would like to tell you that Jews have only won 22% of all Nobel Prizes.
22%?
Yes, 22%.
Okay.
And we have 11 people.
22%, and they're 0.01% of the population of the world.
They did invent flight, Tom. Don't forget that the Muslims invented flight.
Oh my word! Don't even. That's too funny. We got to find those videos. I know I taped. Hey Jane, we got about 30 seconds. End our show with whatever you want to tell our folks out there.
Guess who's I'm gonna have fun with on Sunday?
I don't know.
Some big, muscular U.S. football players who are here in Israel.
Who?
Really?
Yeah. I just got an invitation today saying there's this sports event with all these U.S. football players. Do you want to go? And I said, of course.
Sure.
Let's see if they like Jerusalem.
U.S. football or European football? Soccer or football?
No.
Real
You're
football.
big, strong guys from America.
Okay, take pictures. We'll get you next week. We'll be back to you next week. You can report back on that, okay? So, watch out. They like blondes. Those guys like blondes. Watch out.
Oh, who doesn't?
All right, that's our show for today, Friday, June 19th, RedStateTalkRadio.com, WSBR 740, saying goodbye for everybody. Have a very safe week, folks. See ya.